An official UFC fight announcement vanishes without warning. A reigning champion hints at defying history, while another accuses his rival of cheating, igniting controversy that shakes the entire MMA community. Behind these headlines, fractured timelines, secret ambitions, and health risks threaten to upend careers. What really triggered this cascade, and who stands to lose the most? The chaos starts here. UFC. Brazil's X account sent shockwaves through the MMA world with a sudden post announcing Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira for the BMF title at UFC 324. Within minutes, the announcement vanished, leaving fans and insiders scrambling for answers. The deletion fueled wild speculation. Was the fight never real, or had negotiations fallen apart in real time? Charles Oliveira broke his silence soon after and clarified the matchup would not happen at UFC 324. Instead, he expects the fight to land in March or April, pushing the timeline into spring and leaving the lightweight landscape in flux. For Max Holloway, the BMF belt is not just a trophy, it is a badge of honor reserved for fighters who bring relentless pace and entertainment every time out. As the reigning champion, Holloway's next defense carries more than just bragging rights. Oliveira, a former lightweight king with a reputation for finishing fights, would be a high-stakes challenger. The BMF title itself is a rarity, created for matchups that promise fireworks rather than just rankings. That is why this booking, even in limbo, matters so much. Meanwhile, Alex Pereira posted on Instagram the caption 2 + 1 = 3. The math is simple, 2 divisions conquered, 1 more to go. Pereira, already the light heavyweight champion, is openly signaling a move to heavyweight, chasing a feat no UFC fighter has locked down before. Khamzat replied -1, a reminder that ambition alone does not guarantee a third crown. The prospect of Pereira entering the heavyweight ranks would rewrite the record books, but history shows just how unforgiving that leap can be. The stakes are set, and the ambitions could not be bigger. Alex Pereira's idea of rest barely lasted a day. With his foot still healing, he skipped Thanksgiving with his kids in Orlando and headed straight back to the gym. After 2 sessions, he jumped into 8 rounds of sparring with 8 different partners, almost all bigger than him. He did not wear a mouthguard. He said he needed to prove something to himself before anyone else. Pereira admitted the nerves. After weeks on the sidelines, he was not sure if his body would hold up, but he finished every round. He said he is coming back to do what nobody has done, to chase heavyweight glory after conquering 2 divisions. For Pereira, ambition means risk, and he is willing to pay that price in sweat and bruises. Tom Aspinall faces a different kind of risk, one that cannot be solved by grit alone. After his fight was stopped for eye pokes, UFC President Dana White told reporters that Tom did not want to continue. Aspinall fired back and said he was not a dummy. Double vision left him unable to defend himself, and he drew a hard line between legal strikes and illegal fouls. He had fought through a punch to the eye before, but this time the damage came from repeated pokes. Watching the replay changed everything. Aspinall now believes Cyril Gane targeted his eyes on purpose, with fingers outstretched in nearly every exchange. He called Gane a big cheater and warned that if his vision does not recover, surgery might be the only option. For Aspinall, the fight is not just about wins and losses, it is about protecting the only pair of eyes he has. Michael Chandler's patience has become a talking point. The fight with Conor McGregor was signed back in June 2024, and fans will have to wait until June 2026 to see it play out. Chandler says there is no need for more callouts because the deal is locked, and both camps are already preparing. Conor has brought in sparring partners designed to mimic Chandler's style, a sign of real intent. The long lead time stands out in a sport where most matchups are made and fought within months, not years. For Chandler, it is a waiting game, with the biggest payday of his career as the reward. On the other end of the spectrum, Merab Dvalishvili is living the grind every day. Ranked number 3 pound for pound, Merab is laser focused on bantamweight, with a rematch against Petr Yan targeted for March. He is not rushing a move to featherweight, even though the weight cut is brutal. The viral video of him sniffing pizza while eating lettuce says it all. He is sacrificing comfort for a shot at greatness, and he wants to fight as soon as possible. Alexandre Pantoja, meanwhile, is not eager to chase super fights outside his division. With a flyweight title defense against Joshua Van this weekend, Pantoja points out the 10-pound gap to bantamweight is massive. He is quick to praise Merab's skills, but sees no upside in moving up just to face someone bigger and stronger. For Pantoja, staying dominant at flyweight is the smarter play. Arman Tsarukyan is not buying the official story on UFC matchmaking. He says the plan was always to build a new star. He claims the UFC wanted Ilia Topuria to fight Paddy Pimblett in January, but when Ilia was pulled for personal issues, the narrative shifted. Now Paddy is set to face Justin Gaethje for the interim lightweight title, a move Tsarukyan says is all about making Pimblett a household name, not about merit. He is blunt, he calls Paddy and Ilia easy work. He says Islam was hard work but he left, and nobody else in the division is on his level. For Tsarukyan, the real fight is with the promotion's agenda, not just the man across the cage. If that sounds calculated, the next story is pure risk. Ronda Rousey has been posting boxing workouts for months, and she is reportedly negotiating a 2026 bout with Katie Taylor. Taylor's record stands at 25 wins and 1 loss, and she is fresh off another win over Amanda Serrano. Rousey, by contrast, has not fought since she was knocked out in 48 seconds by Amanda Nunes in 2016. Her own book tour included stories about concussion symptoms and long-term health worries. Now the MMA community is raising alarms. How does someone with that history get licensed to fight a world-class boxer? The gap in skill, the years away from competition, and the medical red flags all add up. Is this about legacy or just spectacle? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should Rousey step back in, or is this one comeback too far? In today's MMA, ambition often outpaces certainty, while health risks and hype collide in real time. Every headline now shapes the next chapter, not just for fighters, but for the entire sport.